Bernard Hill, who starred in Titanic and Lord of the Rings, has died at the age of 79. The actor, who played Captain Edward Smith in the 1997 Oscar-winning film, died in the early hours of this morning, his agent has said. A father of one, he became known to a generation for his portrayal of the embattled King Theoden in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. In the process he starred in two films, Titanic and Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, which won 11 Oscars and crossed $1 billion at the box office. Hill had first become familiar to many in the UK for his emotive and bold performance as Yasser Hughes in the 1980s drama Boys from the Black Stuff, a role that also brought him to the attention of Hollywood. His passing comes hours before he was due to return to TV in Martin Freeman drama The Responder, which airs on BBC One tonight. Tributes have been paid to the thespian, with praise for his incredible talent and a career that saw him blaze a rail across the screen. Lindsay Salt, director of BBC Drama, said, "Bernard Hill blazed a trail across the screen, and his long-lasting career filled with iconic and remarkable roles is a testament to his incredible talent. From Boys from the Black Stuff, to Wolf Hall, The Responder, and many more, we feel truly honored to have worked with Bernard at the BBC. Our thoughts are with his loved ones at this sad time." Actress and musician Barbara Dickson, who starred with him in a musical based on the Beatles, was among those paying tribute, describing him as a marvelous actor. Alongside a photo of them together, she wrote, "It's with great sadness that I note the death of Bernard Hill. We worked together in John, Paul, George, Ringo and Bert, by Willie Russell Marvelous Show 1974 to 1975. A really marvelous actor. It was a privilege to have crossed paths with him. R.I.P. Benny X." The Manchester native had a varied on-screen career, coming to prominence acting in small realistic dramas, before going on to star in films that made billions worldwide. Born in Blackley into a family of coal miners, he would attend acting school with Richard Griffiths, before moving into television. After bit roles in Hard Labor and the poorly received but now acclaimed I, Claudius, he got his first major break in the early 1980s. The actor was cast as Yasser Hughes, a working-class Liverpudlian in The Black Stuff and its sequel, Boys from the Black Stuff, in 1982. His character was a man left struggling to do the right thing after becoming unemployed, and coined the phrase "giz a job," meaning "give us a job," became a common refrain among protesters in Thatcherite Britain. The sequel won a BAFTA for Best Drama Series in 1983 and was listed as the 7th best TV show ever made on a British Film Institute list in 2000. The same year he took the role of Sergeant Putnam in Richard Attenborough's Oscar-winning biopic Gandhi, before starring in the BBC's 1983 adaptation of Shakespeare's classic play Henry VI, in which he played the Duke of York. He would later be cast as Captain Edward Smith in James Cameron's gargantuan film, Titanic. The 1997 movie saw him play the captain of the infamous vessel on what would be its maiden and only voyage across the Atlantic, before going down with the ship after it hit an iceberg. It marked the start of a late career renaissance for Hill, who was then chosen by Peter Jackson in the role of King Theoden in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The actor was praised for his portrayal of the embattled King of Rohan who valiantly fights to save his people from the forces of evil. Hollywood kept calling, with Hill making appearances in Dwayne Johnson vehicle The Scorpion King, Halle Berry horror film Gothica and the tennis-themed romantic comedy Wimbledon. He continued to make regular appearances on British television, before being cast in the 2015 BBC drama Wolf Hall. An adaptation of Hilary Mantle's historical fiction about the rise of Thomas Cromwell, Hill portrayed the Duke of Norfolk in the first series of the show, before being replaced by Timothy Spall in the second. He had been due to return to our screens once more tonight, with a role in Martin Freeman's BBC show The Responder. The thespian lived in Suffolk and is survived by his wife Mariana Hill and their son Gabriel.
What are you looking forward to after Comic-Con? What's next for you?
A good night's sleep. It was pretty brutal coming in on that tiny aeroplane, really. Yes. But it didn't bother me. I liked it, but it left you a bit weary at the end of it.
Do you have any final words for your lovely fans here in Aberdeen that came to see you?
Keep going.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more updates on celebrity deaths and news updates.